Hello, students and friends. This is Sean Hobbs, and I'm here to talk to my students at the American University in Cairo about how to search for in-house research done from AUC, from the American University in Cairo, to, um, well, done in Cairo and then also published uh, and produced as either dissertations, PhD dissertations, master's theses, um, and how to find those, because many of you are doing your research on topics pertinent and important to Egypt. And since the research out of AUC, done especially on Egypt, but the entire Middle East is some of the best in the world, you really should be using the resource in our library. Now, there's basically two ways in which you can begin to develop and find out information from the library about research that's been done in-house at AUC. You can look for actual hard copies of dissertations and theses that have been written by scholars at AUC. You can also look for those same documents, but them as digital versions. So you can actually immediately download them. You don't even need to go to the library to get the hard copies. Now, the digital versions is in some ways the easiest thing to do, and I'm going to show you how to do that first. The digital versions are only go after 2010, however. So anything before 2010, so anything in the last 5 years, because I'm making this podcast in 2015, you can find. But anything before 2010, you're going to need to go to the library, to the second floor, to the area where we keep a lot of the dissertations and the theses. I showed my class this. It's pretty easy to find. But if you have to go in, then you can do that. But ideally, obviously, you'd like to get it all digital and just download it to your computer and be able to read the PDF. Okay, so how would you do that? How would you go ahead and do that? First off, digital. Let's go and do a screen share so you can see what I'm talking about. And actually, I'm gonna open this up so my collar doesn't bump against the microphone. Okay, so here comes this document. Okay. So here we have our beautiful AUC campus website. You go to the quick links and you go to, as you normally do, to the library section. Now, the library comes up. Now, in order to look for digital, you would go down here to something called the AUC Digital Archive Research Repository. Okay, see, I just lit up here in red. So you'd click on that, and here you have a list. So you could go to the publications, the faculty publications, the theses and dissertations, or the student research. You'd probably want to focus most of your search. You could look for faculty publications, obviously. AUC publications would be possible. Why don't we show you the theses and dissertations, and we'll search something, anything, whatever comes to mind. How about one of my students is doing trash burning. Trash burning. See if we get anything on trash burning. Okay. So we have a lot of stuff here on trash burning in Egypt. The modern school in the garbage settlement, different social imaginaries of the future of the Zabalin recycling school for boys. Wow. Fantastic. Okay, and let's take a look at that. Let's just go take a peek. So we see here, this is it's a thesis at 9 a.m. when 11-year-old Aziz starts his day in the Muqattam recycling school. He is already quite exhausted. So here we have information about boys doing recycling. We have the advisor is Sylvain Perdon. Who wrote this? It's Marwa Abed El-Fetah. Okay, so she's writing this. And this is really great. We've got some pretty famous names here. Reem Saad, she's very well known here on campus and in Egypt. So yeah, this is great. And if we want to look at the actual thesis, it's very easy for us just to go To view it, we open it right like this, and there it is. And you can read it very easily. This was submitted in October 2013. Very interesting topic here on these boys and girls in the Zeppelin recycling area here. Quite a sizable bit of research here, and it goes. Yeah, it's a good size thesis. It's about we have here. That's about 120 pages. So very well researched with a lot of big names. So you can read it right here very easily. You just buzz right through it. Okay, so that's that. That's the way one would go online to find out this information. Now, the student I'm thinking of who's doing the burning of trash maybe can't use all of this thesis because, of course, the thesis is about recycling in a school of recycling. But there's maybe even parts, small sections that that the student that I'm thinking of would be able to use. Okay, so let's say you also just want to look at older theses, older dissertations, older things that have been done about Egypt. Well, that's easy to find too. We'll go back to our screen share. Where'd that go? Screen share. We're going to go back to the screen share that we were just looking at. And here it is. This should come up. So when this comes up, we want to say, okay, let's go back to the library. Okay. We're just going to go back here to the library. We're going to go into the library here. And we see yet again our lovely AUC library. We're going to go to the AUC website, and then we're going to go to the library website. Now, the other way you can search for theses and dissertations, etc., is to go to Catalog Reserves. That's good. And then you go to Advanced Search, and then you go to something we call theses. All right. You leave everything alone, but let's go to trash burning. Remember we did that. We're going to submit the search. Why don't we just do trash? Oops. Okay. That didn't come out right. Let's take a look at that again. Here's the problem. Because the material type, remember, we need to always have it down here on theses. So I did it without that. Let's try that again. Didn't come up. Let's do the material type again. Theses. And this time we're going to take out burning. Okay. Oh, great. Boom. Here's the first one. This is one. You connect to the full text. This is exactly what we were looking at. Okay, wonderful. And here's the call number if you want to go get the hard copy. This is thesis 2013, 153, the 153rd thesis submitted in 2013. Fantastic. This is really nice. This is fun. Okay, and this gives a lot of information about the person. Okay, so that came up. Let's search something else. We'll look for another student here, littering. Student we have in classes. Well, maybe not do littering. How about we do drug use? There's one. That's one of my students is studying drug use, researching drug use in Egypt. Okay. So there we go. And hold on a second. We did the same mistake. See, we did material type any. We wanted to go down to thesis. And we did littering there. So let's go try drug use. If they got anything about drug use studies in Egypt. Okay, well, we have a study on drug use and alcohol abuse in Kenya. Okay. Well, at any rate, so there's a lot of different things, but this looks like some other stuff. Well, okay. Point is, we definitely have a lot of fun and exciting ways that you can do your research, and you can get closer to research that's already been done in Egypt and incorporate that research into your research. So, good luck and have fun.